So I've been on the hunt for the lightest, thinnest phone charger, and earlier I bought one that was the Victomics Mini Power Bank. It had 10,000 milliamps, 22.5 watts. It was quite small. It was a smallest dimension. How much was it? 4.2 inches by 2.7 by zero point 0.6 inches, and it weighed 5.6 ounces, which my scale said 6 ounces total, or 5.8, and it rounded up to 6 on my scale. The problem is, despite that being really small, it still was just too big for me. While it's a really good charger and still in a really small packaging, like under 4.5 ounces and zero point 0.6 inches thick, it being 6 ounces made it really hard to fit in this, and it just made this bulge a lot. Now I have switched to a clamshell, which it did fit a little bit better in, but still a little bit. I don't know. I think I could do better. And the problem is that while I have another power bank in my backpack, there were times that my phone has died because I like to be on my phone, and I don't know, the phone battery's just been a little not as good as when I bought it. But essentially, I have left the house and be like, I think I'll be home by the time I need to charge my phone, and then my phone died, which sucks, and that's unfortunate. So having something that I can literally carry on me, where it's like before when I had a power bank that like an average power bank size, it just wasn't comfortable to fit in my pockets. And I don't carry bags. I don't wear a purse. I don't wear a sling. I don't wear a fanny pack. And so like it was always a matter of like, if I bring this, it's going to be bulky in my pockets. Maybe it's going to sit in my butt pocket, but it's always just a little uncomfortable. And so while the Victomics was good, it was still too big. And so I found two options. We have the TravelCard Plus, and we have the Clutch V3. There is one more option that I will talk about that I don't have. That is the Charge Card, and I'll explain why I don't have it. First things first, Clutch V3 USB-C. There are options that have lightning, but unfortunately it seems that Clutch is trying to phase out the V3 in favor of the Clutch Pro. The Clutch Pro, however, is thicker and heavier, and a little bit more expensive. Clutch V3 comes in at $24 currently. It's on more sale. I think it's on like a double sale because originally it was $40, then it went to $30, and now it's $24, $23.99. And there is not a lightning version, at least from what I can tell, on the website. Pro is available on Amazon as well, but free shipping, so I don't know, might as well support directly from the website. It's the same cost either way. So that's the case. This actually does say on here, let's see if I can get this to show up. Come on. You had it. You had it. Capacity. There it is. If you're watching, okay. If you're watching, you don't want to pause. I'm reading it out loud. Clutch V3 capacity 33 milliamps, 12.21 WH, which I think is watts per hour. Output 5V2A. So that's the specs. Also, it claims to be 0.2 inches. I don't have a ruler small enough to show this. I tried to use my measuring tape, but this part is doesn't have, it's too thin for that. Anyways, though, claims to be 0.2 inches. TravelCard claims to be 0.25 inches, but the thickness difference is honestly imperceptible. They're so thin. Now, they claim to be a couple of credit cards thick. I guess, yeah, the Clutch is a little thinner. Claims to be the world's thinnest. And the TravelCard is oh so slightly taller, like this much sticking out. I can read you the dimensions, actually. Clutch, on the website. Clutch is, hello, come on. The dimensions are 3.5 by 2.5 by 0.02. TravelCard is it's a little bit bigger, just a little bit. 3 5/8 by 2 7/16 by 1/4 inch. A little annoying that it does that. 3,000 milliamps on this, 5V 2A charging. I didn't mention wattage, but that's about it. Now the weight is, it claims that this claims to be 3 ounces and this claims to be 2 ounces, but that's not quite right. They're actually much closer. TravelCard is 2.68. Clutch is 2.57. That's interesting because I've gotten slightly different results at a different time when I weighed it, but it's actually, this is more like 2.5 ounces, and this is 2.67 or like 2.6 or 2.7. So like a little difference in weight. Now you might be thinking, well, what's the point of, like, you're saying everything seems to be better spec wise on the clutch, and that might be true, but the TravelCard also does have 2 cables, a lightning cable and a USB-C cable. Now, if you're someone that has multiple things, that might be worth getting for you. I do not own any Apple products, but my family does. So if they need a little bit of a top off, this could be an option. And they both do slot into these. You don't have to get separate cables. You will for charging them. They both accept USB-C, thankfully, and they do have these little power buttons. TravelCard does claim to have protection from overcharging, so if you're plugging this in, it claims that it's not going to be an issue if you like leave it charging overnight. There's surprisingly very little info on the clutch card, or the clutch power bank. It doesn't have card in its name, but it's I don't know. I don't know if it has that sort of thing, but in general, it's not a huge issue for me. Hopefully I can find that information later, but the website just doesn't have that much information. Now the thing is, do these fit in wallets? Now, this being slightly thinner and slightly shorter, I have tried to fit it in this slot. It does not. I've also tried to fit it in this pocket, and unfortunately, I actually ripped the seam a little bit, as you can see under my index finger. That kind of breaks my heart because I really love this wallet, and it's something I've been using for like over 10 years. So on one hand, you know, it is old. But that said, it does fit in this slot. I have a slot back here as well as a slot in here. You know, I'll take these cards out as well. I'm just putting them on my bed. I'm just gonna hide them here. So they do fit in here. So as you can see, the TravelCard fits. Obviously, your wallet is going to be a little thicker. That's not really something that you can avoid. So it doesn't fit in a designated card slot, but it could fit in a wallet based off of whether or not it has certain pockets like these. So I have different cards in here, like my Costco membership, my driver's license, my MBTA pass for public transit, and then in here I keep like my credit cards, and here I keep medical cards, and in here I have like little Buddhist cards that I have. So they do fit in a wallet, but not in a credit card slot. Does the charge card? I'm gonna guess no. It claims to be, it's like 3.3 by 2.2 by 0.18. So it is shorter and thinner, so it might fit in a card slot. But here's the other thing about the charge card. It's $80, which means it's significantly more expensive. The TravelCard is $39, but with Honey, I got a coupon that made it about like $35. Like, it was just a few less bucks. So $24, $35. You know, it is a price difference. But the charge card is so much more expensive, $80. It's also 23 milliamps, 0.15A fast charge, it says. But it also has like a rating of like 4.0 with 1400 ratings. I've heard some middling things about it, and does seem to have to sacrifice. It does, however, have a USB-C, I think, and a Lightning. So it does have 2 options. Unless it's a micro USB. I hope that's not a micro USB. That would suck. Oh, actually, it has a combination. There are multiple things. You can have, there are like 3 sets of cables, one of which is micro, one of which is USB-C, and one of which is Lightning. However, to plug it into the charge card is a micro, which is so bizarre. And I don't know how to charge it, but these thankfully are both USB-C, and the cables are built in. Those are like sort of built in. Now, interestingly, TravelCard does also have a MagSafe option that is wireless charging. It's 5,000 milliamps. It's 20 watts. It's $80 and has a rating of 3.7. It's also a little bit bigger, 3.75 by 2.5.33. And it's how much? 3.5 ounces. Now the Clutch Pro, while it isn't wireless charging, that might matter to you. It's $40, so literally half the price. Definitely still more expensive than the V3, but it does seem that they are phasing that out. And it is 0.35 ounces, so 0.02 ounce difference, and 3.86, 2.64, 0.32. It's a matter of, it's like the thickness difference is 0.01 inch difference, and the length and the width are there, but it's so small. It's really small difference. So 0.64. Yeah. Anyways, now the thing is, while if you have something that needs both Lightning and Lightning and USB-C, the TravelCard Plus does have that option, whereas the Clutch V3 does not. However, these might not be around anymore. It does seem that the Lightning ones are no longer available, and the USB-C ones, I think they're phasing out, which is a shame because I need that lightness. I need it to be light and thin, and I don't care as much about how much capacity for power it has. This is designed specifically to top me off so that if my phone is at like 5%, it doesn't die, so I can still use my phone to get to my car. You know, if I like need directions to find something, and I'm like, you know, it's just enough to like keep my phone alive, and that's really what I need. That's what I care about. So, you know, if you want power, you want something bigger, like by all means get something like that. But these are not designed to charge your phone all the way even. It might be 70%, but again, it's more to make sure it doesn't die. While the Clutch Pro and at least the MagSafe one, of course, the wireless charging one, I don't know about the regular charge card, but neither the TravelCard nor the Clutch V3 are MagSafe. Here's a MagSafe phone case, proof that it's not MagSafe. But this shouldn't be a deal breaker because you can easily get one of these magnetic rings, and just it'll have a little sticker on the back. Clutch Pro does have innate MagSafe capacity, but again, while it has more power, it is thicker and heavier, and that matters to me. So I guess if you need both, TravelCard is a little bit more expensive. It's very slightly heavier, very, very slightly bigger. This, this does only have one cable. Right now, this is USB-C, but it also might not be available by the time you see this video. Whether you see this video a year from now, 2 years from now, I don't know. But the stock is limited, and it doesn't have Lightning capacity anymore. You'd have to get the Clutch Pro, or you'd have to get this. And there are other ultra slim that exist, but they're all lighter. They're all a little heavier than both of these. And the only one that's lighter than these and smaller is the Charge Card, but it is just so expensive, $70, and kind of middling reviews. I don't know. At least aggregate score from various Amazon users. So that's what I've discovered. Hopefully this was helpful. I don't have the ability, like I don't have any of that technology that like charges these up and then you get to see how long it takes, or charges my phone to see how long it takes. I'm just a person. Maybe in the future I'll let you know if one, like how it sustains my phone, but in general, that's going to be it, I guess. We'll see in the future if I have more to say, but I'll probably be using this from now on. I don't know if I'll return this. I might. It is like $35, but who knows? It could be good to have a backup. Yeah, but this has been Chao Wang, and hopefully this helps you with your EDC needs. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you like. Obviously, you know, you can't go wrong with Anchor, and there's some small ones that do fit in pockets, but they're not thin like these. That's for the thumbnail. All right, toodaloo. Hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments, and peace.